Hello. Happy Friday evening, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well.
Hello.
What a day. We are at episode 24 of Beyond the Packs podcast. We're nearly 6 away from 30 to match Pokemon.
Jack Bauer style today.
There we go.
Unbelievable.
Episode 24. I told you I'd be the one to not mute my... Could you?
The rest of us are stellar professionals.
I was like, watch me tell you to mute your thing and then I won't mute mine. Oh dear. All right. In episode 24, we are joined by this guy on my left or right. We got Ron Collects. Ron, thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
As always.
We've no Jimmy today, but you don't want to talk about that today, do you? No worries.
He's off stealing candy from babies.
No. And Danny, how are you today?
All good. Thanks for having me on, guys. Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. We'll do a little makeshift intro. What have I got in the bag today? Let's see what comes out of my mouth. Episode 24, Beyond the Packs podcast. Welcome all in. We are joined today by DannyTaggCollects, aka Daddy Tag Collects.
That's me.
Vendor POVer, content creator, Card Club monthly host, organizer, and father of the month, Danny.
Great beard.
Great beard. Oh, guys,
great beard.
All accolades that I willfully accept.
He comes in and then just like looks at our beards and is like, guys, hang on a second, I'll show you.
It's that Seymour Skinner. It's like pathetic.
Danny, how are you today? Thank you for joining us.
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me. I've had a much relaxed day today. So we're Kathleen's nearly 2 weeks old. So we're getting into the swing of things a wee bit. We're between feeds, and today it was relaxed. I say relaxed. It was quite a long time of prep. I think I've been prepping for Main City Card Show tomorrow for about 3 days now. So yeah, pricing, and creating new binders, trying to get new things out to the table, trying to keep things interesting. So I was up to 3 o'clock last night with our good friend Conrad on Discord chat. And busy day. But yeah, go good.
I just have
really looking forward to it.
I just have an image of Danny with like a baby here, like a muslin cloth here, cards everywhere, laptop open, stickers, bottles. Like that's the vision I had in my head.
Oh, it's like you were there. It's like you were there, honestly. Also, muslin cloth is goated. Like it's the best thing you can have. If you have 1 million muslin cloths, it's not enough. Honestly, they're so good. Yeah, pretty much.
Funny enough, there's a bit of an age gap between my 2 younger sisters, so I would have been like, when they were born, I would have been like feeding them and stuff. And I do remember muslin cloths being like the be all and end all. So when we got pregnant this time, I was like, every day just buy muslin cloths, just muslin cloths.
Yeah. Baby grows, muslin cloths, nabbies.
I love it. Danny, that's a good protein shaker there. Good to see you on the Healthy Buzz. What protein are you on there?
It's the new brand Coke Zero protein.
I love it.
That's all about the gains.
Let's do a quick hello to some people in the chat.
Sorry, David.
Let's do a quick hello to the chat, the beautiful third host of the podcast. We have Poke Nation there, Aaron, who was in I think just before the stream started. Good to see you in, Aaron. We got Phantom Pulls, we got Ron Collects. Ron, thanks for coming into the chat. Good to have you. We got Danny Tag also in the chat. Good to see you, Danny. Pokebran is in, Culture is in. Forgot what day it was. Unacceptable Culture. You should know the podcast now at this stage. Danny's in the baby ward streaming. Are you live from the wards, Danny? You are home though, right?
Let's see. No, C3. I'm here.
We got the tattoo journalist says, well, Beyond the Packs and Warhammer. What a Friday. Good combination. Good combination. Hang on for some. I don't know what you want us to hang on for. We got Conrad Carriage who says, "Uppa, Danny son," in his weird like Northern Cavan hybrid accent. I don't know what that probably sounded like to be fair. TCG Sean is there. What's going on? Evan is in. Thomas Gannon is in. Kai, how are we? We got Phantom saying, wait, Dino is usually on the right hand side. Full disclaimer, I got home about 10 seconds before I jumped on with Danny and Ron, so if things are a little all over the place today, you're going to deal with it.
Guys are just saying the mic's turned down. Is that better?
Your mic's turned down. Let me
I just turned it up. And
boost you on my side as well, just to make sure.
Yeah, I thought you were good.
How's that? Can people let us know what Ron sounds like now?
I'd say it's better now.
I've boosted you as well on my side, so. We got Nander McFly says, how's the lads? Was on my way up to my first Antrim card club from Derry, and the card had a panic attack outside Randallstown, so we probably didn't make it.
You were so close. You were about 5 minutes away. You could have walked it.
You could have walked it. A real collector would have walked it.
Where's the effort?
My wife is joining in. Shivy is in, and she says, huge congratulations, Danny. That is coming straight from my wife, who is currently in the maternity ward. Straight to you, Danny. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
She just said, Dean, it's time to come.
Dean, like, yeah, lads. Just
the quickest way to get him.
Brief intermission. Back.
Live stream.
We got JB Pokedex who's in as well. Gary is in. I think I've caught up with everyone. Conrad Carrad says the chameleon accent only comes out with Southern folk. We got James Danady in as well. I think I've caught up with everybody. Guys, to the chat as always. Look, if you've got questions, we will come to them at the end. I'll try my best to keep an eye on you, but we will give you that dedicated time at the end as always. But we do appreciate and love all you guys for being here as always. Whew. Right, let's jump in. Genuinely, Danny, what's the feeling like? Because I don't want to just go jump straight into business talk.
No,
I feel we don't want to skip the big thing that's happened right now. How's the feeling? How's the emotions? How's the home?
It's hard to explain, not in a cliche way, but it is literally the best thing that happens. It's the most tired you'll ever be, but it's the nicest feeling in the world. Like, it was 2 weeks ago, Friday. I'm obviously supposed to be here, and I was in work, and it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was texting Alana, and Alana was like, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about something about getting home, because my car was getting detailed the other day, so it was the one day I didn't have my car in work. And I was like, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about a lift home at 3 o'clock. You're gonna have to worry about a lift home now because my waters have just broke. And I was like, but obviously, like, talking about the whole thing in work, everybody knew that Alana was so far on, and everybody's asking, oh, not yet. And I was like, no, not yet. But the message finally came, and then it was like a movie moment. It was just like, I read it and was like, oh my God, it's happening. And then I was like shouting to everybody, because I, like, in my day job, I like drive a forklift in a warehouse. So I literally stopped the forklift, parked it, got out, and was like, the first person I seen was like, I'm going to be a dad. Look at my phone. It was like Alana's message saying about the waters breaking. And then I just ran about, found the first person that I could tell to be like, right, I'm actually going to leave here because a lot of waters are broken. And walked out and had started to walk home. And then Alana's aunt, luckily, was with her at the time. And she raced down, picked me up. I only work about 5 minutes away from home. So that happened. What a rush. So I walked in pure adrenaline, nearly halfway up to my house by the time she came down to pick me up. And then actually fired you the message when I was walking, being like, sorry to do this to you, but a lot of waters have just broke. But we kind of knew it was going to be a risky play anyway.
Yeah, we did.
And then, raced home, but it was kind of weird because I thought when your wife's waters break, that's it, you're having a baby. And it was like, no, it's like you go up, your waters are broken, and it's like, oh, come back in like X amount of hours whenever this happens. And then we went back at like 8 o'clock at night. Dilation, yeah. So we went back at 8 o'clock at night because felt a wee bit more uncomfortable, and then she was only like 1 centimeter or something. So they said, we ideally want you to come back whenever your contractions are like 3 and 10 minutes or something. And then I was just sitting at home. It was just the strangest thing, just like sitting on the sofa, Alana in, I can only describe, agony. And then at like 12 o'clock at night, it was like, right, yeah, we need to go because you look like you're in terrible pain. And then went down, and at that stage, she was 4 centimeters dilated when we got in. And then from 1 o'clock to 2, she went fully ready to go. And it was like so fast, so quick, to the point where she wasn't given pain medication. You know, the way they offer you like
you go too far.
Remy and stuff like that,
Yeah.
pain blockers. So it was literally just a raw, natural, just gas and air birth. And it was lovely. I mean, I think he was born at 5 o'clock, but it's one of the hardest things to observe, like your wife going through, but also one of the best things.
I'm surprised you didn't take lumps out of your beard.
The way Alana is the kindest person you'll ever meet. She would do anything for anybody, and she was apologizing for making noise giving birth. You know, it's just mad. Like, she wasn't even loud. It was like normal, what you expect noises. And wasn't even squeezing my hand that hard. Was squeezing it to a point and then stopping. And she's just too considerate. It's just the nicest person that ever lived. But thankfully, 5 o'clock, 13 minutes past 5, Gillian was born. And yeah, our lives changed forever. Yeah. Gillian James Taggart. James after her dad.
Very nice.
CJ?
So, CJ.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, CJ.
CJ.
I like it.
CJ.
Danny, sorry, just before we go on, I don't know if it's just me. Ronnie, you hearing a bit of a noise?
I hear it. Yeah. It was like what sounded like with my podcast, my first one.
Yeah, it's like it's like a frog. It could be. Did you have the issue when you had the AirPods on?
Yes, actually, yes.
Do you have anything else I'm wondering, even is it a vibration? No, because it's just you talking in. And it's only confirmation from the chat, they can hear you as well. It sounds like your mic. Yeah, it sounds like, to me, it sounds like there's a frog just doing like a little croak.
Is it better if I take it off?
Try it without the AirPods.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally what happened with me. And hopefully you'll be able to hear us. Okay. Are you able for us to be loud?
You can't hear us?
No.
I don't think he can hear us.
He has it on mute, sure. Remember?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
We can hear you.
Yeah, is it better?
Yeah?
Yeah, the sound's gone.
The sound's gone, yeah.
But is it too loud there at your house?
No, it's fine.
It's okay?
Yeah.
You happy enough with this?
Is that better? Because the sound's also coming through this, so...
Yeah, no, it's much better.
Yeah, we can't hear any kind of distort or background noise, nothing at all. So, and we can hear you nice and clear. So if you're happy with that, then yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect. Super.
Feel like Jimmy with the audio issues.
I don't know. I don't think I caught it in our little tech setup beforehand.
No.
Maybe it was there and I missed it because I was doing other stuff. But
I think it's just when we went live.
Yeah, I think you're good now anyway. Yeah,
Okay.
We got a perfect from the chat. So, sorry to have interrupted your beautiful story.
You're good.
To stop your croaking, but so 5 in the morning or shortly after 5.
Yeah, so 5 in the morning, and then literally, I've never not been one for handling babies and kids before, and you basically get a crash course on how to hold a baby from like one of the nurses. I was like, yeah, just hold him like this. Do you want to come over and watch him getting dressed? and like they're like tidying him up and things, and then you get him over, and then it's like, do you want to feed him? And it's like, okay. And you're straight in there with little infant baby milk, and like within an hour, Alana's up. She's had a shower in the room, and then we're straight into the ward, and we're just sitting there with this baby that is ours, and it's just so mad, so mad.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like that's it. That's you're taking that home, and
that's us now.
That's us now, literally. And then we were there for maybe about 7 hours, I think, 8 hours. We were out by 3:30. We literally got home then 3:30, and then ever since. Yeah, in and out. Like I think that's the beauty of the gas and air. You know, there's no surgery, no anything like that. So
there's no like
it's just natural healing as such. But ever since coming home, it's just been the best thing ever. And like the support from family, the support from everybody, you know, in the whole Pokemon community and stuff like that, it's just been great. Like everybody, like I've got gifts, you know, Pokemon related birth gifts and things. It's
deadly.
It's just so nice, But yeah, I'm loving every minute of it, I have to say.
That's beautiful.
And it's only going to get better.
I know. I feel like I'm in the honeymoon phase of having a child right now. I'm getting it easy.
Personality and everything, it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Is there a feeling there of you just constantly want to just pick the child up?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I go down, because my brother had a baby in January, and every time I go down, I'm just like, I just have to pick the baby up. Like just we have to hold him.
If you already feel that way, it's going to be like 10x. Honestly, for your own child, that would be 10x. But I think when we were sitting in that 8 hours in the ward, there was a stage where one of the nurses took him away to like do like a overall body check on him.
Yeah.
And it was like, I miss him. You know, I've had him in my arms for like a couple of hours, but he's gone and I miss him. Like, where'd he go? That's mad. So tomorrow is my first real trip up to Derry, obviously from Maiden City tomorrow. So tomorrow is my first real full day without being in the house.
You'll be itching to get home.
I'll be itching to get home. The guilt's already set in. I think I've apologized to Lana about 15 times today because of the amount of pricing that I've been doing and focusing on, you know, getting ready for the show.
Gotta go to make bank, get them nappies.
That's it, you know. It's like, well, if you want them Pampers, you know.
Danny's going to be at the show tomorrow. I'm like, Danny, how much is that? Is that Mewtwo? I see a tenner there. Just 10 nappies would be perfectly fine.
Yeah. Honestly, just a pack of nappies and a muslin cloth.
But you know what? This is actually a fun question, and you might be telling me because you're right after. So our big thing is we've made lists and we've looked at lists online of stuff to buy. Within the first few days, what should be top of the list of things to buy?
For me and for Alana, the one thing that we were absolutely blown away by was there's this Rapid Cool flask for making up bottles. If you're doing bottle fed, and you're doing like formula, there's this flask. It's like newbie. Rapid Cool, and you literally pour like boiling water from the kettle into it. You know the way you make bottles for babies and they need to be like 37 degrees. This bottle flask, when you put the water in and shake it, it has a wee indicator on the top when it goes to that temperature. Instead of you like boiling the kettle or waiting for it to cool down, running cold water over it, it's like 30 seconds. That is the biggest life hack.
I think we got that as a gift for Siobhan's baby shower.
Yeah,
I think we have that.
Changes your life. It makes getting up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to make a bottle no hassle at all. There's like no guesswork, you know, with the temperature and stuff. So that would be my number one purchase. Absolutely. Number 2 would be the diaper disposal thing for the nappies, which is like it's like a bin thing, and basically what it does is it's got like 100 or 200 like nappy bags in it. But when you put a nappy in it, you push it down and then you spin and it seals it. And then it's ready for the next one. So instead of your bin being absolutely overtaken by all these dirty nappies, you have this little disposal unit. And it keeps the smell away and all that kind of stuff. The nappies are crazy. Like you'll change them and then he will literally go straight away. So he look at you in the eye and go, this is happening.
Like, I have a bit of a stretch there. I have a bit of a stretch of road to carry the wheelie bin down, and oh my god, the nappy's just way down.
They do.
Crazy.
We were wanting to wire back bin, so Phil, like, sorry for all the detail in the chat, by the way, about
No.
nappies, but welcome to the baby stream. This is nothing to do with Pokemon. But yeah, I would recommend that because it lets you like store them and also, you know, dispose of them in a nice way. But the water cooler thing, honestly, yeah, it's the best thing you'll ever get.
Yeah, that's interesting as well about the nappy thing, because we did talk about it. I think Siobhan saw it on some list and she was like, oh, I don't know if we need it, but is it really that worth it?
Yeah.
Siobhan, if you're listening, go online and put it in your basket.
You've nothing better to do.
Yeah, you're just chilling in hospital next to I'll get killed for that.
Joking.
Bran has a notepad and pen. Bran, why do you have a notepad and pen? Why are you taking notes, Bran?
Oh.
Poke Bran.
Something to tell us.
Yeah, it's just because it's interesting, or do you need this information? Unless Bran has made an announcement that I missed.
I didn't use any of them fancy gadgets. We just got used to it not having it. We just got used to not using them. But yeah, I definitely do see I do see how the cooler would be amazing.
Yeah.
There's also one that you can put in, I think, that just basically makes it for you at the right temperature. You just have to put in a bit of water and
I think we have one of them as well. It was like a pre-loved one from one of Alana's friends. It's like a water filter kind of thing that produces the right amount of temperature water and stuff. Tommy Tippy or something, I think it is.
That's the one.
Oh, but we haven't worked it out yet because we're so easy with this radical thing.
That's wild. Yeah, I think we definitely have the. I think that cooler thing is. We definitely got something that's a flask that does temperature stuff. So I'm presuming that's.
It'll be that. It'll more than likely be that. Yeah.
That's wild. I can't wait for it to be my turn. I can't wait. You're all gonna get text off me going, lads.
A million miles away.
Lads, what is what do you do with the snappy thing again? So have your phones ready in case I need to send a few texts.
I feel like my message is gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Panicking.
I'll be
I was gonna say Ron's the man of the experience there.
And I'm not gonna put it in. We've got a podcast group just for when we're organising whatever. And I'm not putting it in there because I'll have Jimmy coming in. Can't even organise audio, never mind baby assistant. So I'll be straight to Ron direct.
Ron direct.
Yeah, the Ron hotline. Ron, the baby is still awake. What am I doing? Wait. Oh, sorry. Bran just came into the chat and he was like, in all seriousness, we aren't pregnant. But I, for a split second, thought he said we are pregnant. Okay. Yet. Well, we're rooting for you, Bran. You can do it.
Oh, Bran.
Go, Bran. You got this.
Dex says the dad gang rise up.
Hey.
Oh, dear. I love it. I was going to ask then, because obviously you're doing Maiden City tomorrow. Are you kind of obviously you're in Belfast, aren't you?
I'm actually in Antrim. Antrim.
Right. Okay. So obviously I don't know what Derry will be for you, an hour and a half.
About an hour 10 or 15 maybe.
The majority of the shows you do are a bit closer to home though, right?
Yeah. So basically what I've been doing is being Antrim Card Club and Pokemon and I pop-ups in Belfast. Honestly, those two events alone more than busy enough to keep you going throughout the month. And then you got Ryan from Belfast Collects. He does his Lavery shows. And the trade night he does at Halt as well. We'll go to a few of them. I've taken a back seat from the Belfast ones a wee bit, just for obvious reasons.
Sure.
So the Antrim Card Club have just kept it ticking over because it's literally right around the corner from the house. But yeah, no, the Belfast Collects, the pop-ups, and Antrim Card Club really is my bread and butter for the monthly bands, I would say.
Let's if you don't mind, jump straight to the Antrim Card Club, because
Yeah.
I think you had one there a week or two ago.
Yeah. So last Saturday was the 5th Antrim Card Club. So it started in January. Just a wee bit of background basically on it. So Antrim Card Club came about because there was a Pokemon club already sort of in Antrim. And it is basically how I got involved with vending, and how I met all the guys that I'm really friends with today. So it was like, it ran, I think I first got involved in it in March last year, and it was in the Antrim Library. And that's where I met the likes of Jordan, Pokemart. I met Damien and Jerry from Wrap My Stitch Up. I met Andrew. I met from Card Shack. I met Alan from Jumpin' Jacks. Met Conrad. Connor, my co-vendor. He used to go to it just as I'm hanging out at my table and just sit and talk for an hour and a half. So that's how we got to know each other. So that went on, and that wee community there sort of built for about not 3 months, about 5 months or so. And this last one was actually in November. And Gary then, Tech Nerd, he called it off because he was opening a shop in Antrim. So basically, a lot of vendors in that last show came in that had their first vans, and they all sort of got set up, bought stuff in, branding, all that kind of stuff. And then the club just sort of ended. So a lot of people left in the lurch. And then me from Antrim thought naturally,
Perfect.
Right, I need to do something here because these guys obviously are hungry for it. There's a community here. There's an opportunity for it to be maybe a bit bigger. So just went venue hunting in December. Found what I think now is the perfect venue. Massive car park outside, massive hall. The Antrim, the Pokemon Club in the Antrim Library, I think, maxed out at about 7 vendors in it. Just so it could only fit about 80 people in it. But this Antrim Car Club can fit 300 plus in it. So,
very good.
So it came about, got the venue, got it all arranged, booked dates for the entire year, once a month, got it locked in. And so the first one was in January, I think it was the 17th. And we had, I think, 120 tickets sold or something for it. So it was busy. It was already busier than the Pokemon Club, just for the more space in it. And then it was all the guys that used to go there, friends you made from the Pokemon Club. And so that one was a success. And then the next one just kind of blew up.
Snowball.
It just went from being like 7 or 8 vendors to 13 or 14, I think, the next one. And then just 200 plus people came, and it was like, wow, what the hell? Like, this is literally just from the first experience of the January one. And then literally every month since, it's just got better, more vendors, more amazing feedback, tickets selling out nearly,
Yeah.
I say nearly.
And it's monthly, so you're always selling out and you're always getting your vendors, and everyone's always doing well monthly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
With that 5-month period there, we're at the stage now where I can't fit any more vendors in. So I have a backlog of very high quality vendors wanting to get in, and I don't have the space because the guys that are there love it too much, so they're already, it's one in, one out at this stage. So basically, if anybody goes out, one comes in. But it's absolutely blown up. It's went from that sort of 100 tickets sold to probably being one of the busiest monthly clubs in Northern Ireland. It's just about mental. And the feedback has been fantastic. Everybody loves the location of it. And it's kind of known as DannyCon. Everybody calls it. So if you ever hear DannyCon, it's actually Antrim Car Club, or DannyCon is semi-officially called. But couldn't be happier with it. Couldn't be prouder of it. And the guys really get behind it. I'm sure everybody's seen one of Conrad's promotional videos.
Someone did mention it in the chat. Phantom Pulls, how much do you pay Alan and Conrad to advertise? Their advertising is brilliant.
So good.
But that's that. You know, that's the guy. The guys are just so the community that's came out of this Antrim Card Club. You know, it's fantastic, and there's guys in there that I talk to every day. I mean, last night, you know, in a Discord chat, talking with Conrad to about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, and I only met Conrad through Pokemon. You know, but yeah, Antrim Card Club. What was that?
Same as me and Dean.
Literally.
Yeah.
Through Pokemon.
But it's fantastic, you know, just what's come out of it. It's getting to the point now where it probably needs a bigger venue, and it's crazy to say that after 6 months.
Do you think the month is the perfect spacing, or would you try and fit it in fortnightly and try and get everyone happy?
I think fortnightly would be too much. I think you're gonna oversaturate yourself. You know, you'll be your biggest enemy by having too many shows. I think if
are you thinking of like rotating the vendors? Is that what you mean? Like giving
that's kind of
I kind of had like a mad idea for this next one, but I don't think any of the vendors were too happy about it. That were currently on it, but it was going to be so the table space for the hall is about maxes out really at about 28 to 30 tables. So you're getting about 17, 18 vendors in there. But I had an idea and I was kind of called it a Vendapalooza. So it was, what if every vendor just accepted that they were going to get one table? And we had 28 vendors in the hall. And I thought that would be absolutely mental and a wee bit of, you know, crack, something to do, because it would have been like the half-year thing for Antrim Card Club. A wee bit of a celebration. And the way the waiting list is, it could easily be 28 vendors in the hall. Like, it's crazy to think that the words just got out so quickly.
That's unreal.
Speaking of, I do see Jumpin' Jacks has dropped a little hello into the chat there. So you've got two of your, probably more of your vendors are in here. I see a couple other people that I don't recognize. So I've so many questions about a monthly card club. So I don't think there's any, maybe in the north, but definitely not in the south. There's not.
I don't think so.
I know there's regular pop-ups.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're like scheduled monthly.
They're not monthly scheduled.
Pokepair and Pokeolive.
I know Pokeolive and stuff does one every couple of months or something.
But I freaking love the idea of a monthly card club. I think it's brilliant, and if ever there was a way I had access to one, I would be in every single time. What made you think of doing the monthly as opposed to the usual throwing a card show once or twice a year? Where did that, was it following on from what was happening before?
See, to be honest, there was a good the ingredient list was there for, you know, it being a social club as such. But what I wanted to do with the opportunity that came was to make it just elevate it a wee bit, you know. But the monthly thing is so perfect because it gives kids, it gives friends, it gives everybody in the community, you know, one day in the month where they know they're definitely going to get to see their friends from this hobby. Talk about stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if that was once every 3 months, you know, it's not the same idea.
Yeah.
You know,
they're building stronger connections. Like,
that's where a club really shines through for sure.
And with the monthly aspect, do you think vendors have enough time to build up stock? Are they getting many trades in, or is people just buying the cards?
I think they're getting loads. To be honest with you, they're doing about 3 or 4 shows a month. You know, guys up here are doing, as I say, they're doing pop-up, they're doing Antrim Card Club, and then they might have like a trade night on for Belfast Collects in the Halt. So you're easily getting
opportunities to buy stock.
You're easy doing through, yeah. So, to be honest with you, I don't put much buying. Like I'm a vendor obviously as well, and I don't put too many buying posts out because I do all my buying at a show or a club, you know. And it's not. I don't like the word vendor power, but basically, you know, you offer your rates and stuff, and you're probably better doing your buying at the shows, kind of thing.
Of course.
And I do
I
find
just thought
people
with the monthly thing, was it hard to constantly have plenty of stock? Like,
it can be. It definitely can be an issue. Like if you run into a busy event, whether it be in Belfast or Antrim, and you get absolutely cleared out, you're scrambling for your next event, you know, and your next event might be the next Saturday, you know. So there's a lot of stock juggling, but generally, with trade-ins, I don't know. I seem to do pretty good with trade-ins.
Not so bad.
I'm a good rotation. I know some of the guys sometimes maybe do a bit too much trading in, and you basically come away even for the day, but they've got a full stock rotation.
yeah.
But no, I think the events, the clubs being once a month, I think it's just the guys are used to it. You know, up here with vending, there's a lot of events the guys are vending at, and I think they do take the opportunities. You know, at all these events, they do a lot of buying. I know.
Oh, you need to. Yeah.
You need to, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I see Conrad chipping in. Shout out to Conrad Cards. For me, stock just recycles if you're open to a bit of everything for all budgets at every club. So yeah, he sees it just kind of recycles itself in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd imagine the sweet spot is probably the kind of €10 to €40, £10 to £40 kind of card singles are probably the sweet spot, are they?
Yeah, I would say so.
Would you see then, obviously, because you know you probably have a lot of I don't know, maybe 70-80% of the customers are there every month.
Yeah.
And then you might have, you know, a few that, I've never been to this, I'm going to make the trip.
Yeah.
Would you guys see, well, I mean, I see your vendor POVs and Conrad's and Alan's. Do big cards move around much? Like big price cards, or is it your illustration of your 30-40s?
Yeah, I would say the 10 to 40 to 50 in the monthly clubs tend to move the most.
Right.
The big slabs, basically, and I think all vendors kind of would say this, if you're moving a big slab, it's probably 90% going to another vendor.
Yeah, you know? It's amongst vendors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's probably at an agreed rate between the two, you know, kind of thing. But honestly, not a lot of slab movement in the monthly events. I would kind of see the slabs moving a wee bit more, you know, those events that are like every 3 or 4 months, because that's a destination event, you know, people have come ready to spend kind of thing. Which, to be honest, I think the way Maiden City is racking up tomorrow seems like I've seen already a few guys that I follow that are going saying they're buying big tomorrow, you know, so that seems
high value stuff for.
Yeah, I think like PC items are maybe going to be get purchased tomorrow, you know, like Umbrella and Ace 10, that kind of thing. I'm seeing a lot of guys saying they're buying big tomorrow, so all the prep today for baby nappies and stuff was worth it.
I do like some. Sorry, just because you mentioned when Ron asked about it being monthly, and you were like, you know, kids see it as a place where they get to see their friends, everyone. I don't know why that's stuck as a thing for me, because you know you have them stories. You're like, oh, remember back when we were kids, we used to go to that thing all the time, and we used to. That to me is a cool concept.
Oh yeah, you're creating memories.
How cool is that? You know, like I didn't have anything like that when I was growing up. And I was into Pokemon 1999, 2000. Like I was ripping packs from a newsagent when it was just out, you know, for base set. And like I didn't have anything to do. The main thing that Pokemon was back then, obviously, you know, as time goes on, you know, all these things like play, organized play, all that kind of stuff. But when it came out, like Pokemon basically was the school play, the play stuff, you know. Yeah, you literally took your cards out and got scammed because you didn't know what you were giving away to another kid. I pulled a Charizard in the back of my mom's car from a newsagent's one pack that my mom was like, right, you can get one. So I lifted one, got in the back of the car, ripped it, base set Charizard. And I will remember that forever. So like I was like, what's that? That's 2000, so I was 10, you know, and that's a core memory for me, ripping that.
Where is it now?
Where is it now? I think it got traded for an Ancient Mew that ended up being fake in the playground.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But then, so like, obviously we're going to go in a wee bit of me and Pokemon. So like, then I was massive into it, I think for about 2-3 years. And then just life happened, got a bit older. Other things started taking priority. And then in 2010, I got like my first proper adult paying job, like adult money job, and had all this extra income and just went, you know what would be fun? If I just bought all the booster boxes and had unlimited packs, not mom telling me buy one pack and rip it. If I bought the whole booster box. So I was literally buying base set booster boxes, first edition Team Rocket booster boxes, first edition Fossil boxes, first edition Jungle, rip them all. Which was crazy, you know, and I was getting them for like £100, £120 back in the day. And I ripped them all. I master setted base set because I bought like 3 booster boxes. And
so they're all minty, like.
They were all minty. So like I kept a Charizard, I kept Mewtwo, Gyarados, first edition Dark Blastoise. I kept loads of things. I still have the Dark Blastoise, but I actually graded the Charizard and it came back at 8. You know, so that was from like 15 years.
Not bad.
You know. So, and then another one was the Mystery of the Fossils Japanese set. I bought the booster box of it, if you know it. So it's like 50 packs in the box, and every pack has a hit, like a foil.
Right.
And that's where you get Gengars, Mews, all that kind of stuff. So I actually had a Gengar and I graded it with Ace and it came back at 10. And that was from 15 years ago. And one of my good mates, Bendon Che, he's a Gengar fan, so he ended up doing a crazy trade for it, and it's like £1,600 worth of a card, which is just mental.
It's not often we hear people talk about like their really old sets and still have them and still clean, like.
Yeah, like see if any of you come to my table, like shows and stuff, and I have my vintage binders with me. Everything in those vintage binders, I pulled it. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Man. So there's like
love to have.
There's like first edition, you know, like see the Team Rocket set. It's like one of the best arts. Like when you got that first edition Dark Charmander, just different. You know, the Dark Charmeleon. The art in it is like one of my favorite in the whole set. But they're all minty. Like I've graded loads of them, and the minimum that they've come back is like either an 8 or a 9. All of the Japanese stuff comes back at 10.
Were you in from then? Was that it from then, or did you stop again for a while?
So from 2010, when I was ripping all that stuff, that was me for like a year, loving that. Then I had all the memories stored away, so I like kind of got my fix of like what I missed out on, I feel, in like 2000. And then what actually strangely brought me back in, well, not strangely, it was Sword and Shield, the game on the DS, or not the DS, the DS Switch. And then I bought 3 booster boxes of Cosmic Eclipse, 4 ETBs, again, ripped them all, and tried to do a master set of Cosmic Eclipse, and then realized there's way too many cards in this set. And gave up on it, but kept most of them. And then 2019, and then I got back in, and I don't even like the set, but Sergeant Sparks brought me back in.
Okay.
So there's like a lot of like love,
jumping in and out,
intense ripping and love, and then it's like go cold, and then now it's like since Sergeant Sparks, it's been like all in.
When you're going from Cosmic Eclipse into Surge and Sparks, it's definitely a bit of a drop off.
A little difference there.
I think the community kept me in more than the cards at this stage.
So what was after Surgeon was Prismatic, wasn't
it?
Yeah, after that. And then that was the whole start of you couldn't get product then, because I was going to, when I was getting into Surgeon, you were able to go into Smiths and just buy out, well, if you wanted to, just buy out.
Even Pokemon Center. Yeah,
you could go on, like, I mean, crazy. I think you could still go on and buy like Fusion Strike stuff, like a couple of years ago. Still sitting there.
Just a quick one there before it goes away. If we can just give a quick shout out to Jack.
What's happening, Jack?
Jumping Jack cards, actual Jack. And then there's another message there. Can we give Jack a quick shout out before bed? He still remembers you giving him the pack at Emerald last year. You know, good to see you, Jack.
Big shout out to Jack.
That's right. We did a pack battle, and we got the Steelix, wasn't it? The cool looking Steelix.
Nice, Jack.
Go to bed, Jack. Have a good sleep. Have a good night. You can catch
Jump
up
into
in the
bed,
morning.
Jack.
Jumping into bed, Jack.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's wild. So Surgeon Sparks was your third comeback.
The fourth. Don't call it a comeback. Yeah. And then just from that, I think because then obviously it rolled around today in February, March last year, and then that's when I started vending because I had that backlog of vintage that I had in binders, and then I had Cosmic Eclipse hits, I had everything. So I was basically from that set up to vend with my own ripping stock, basically.
Yeah. I was just going to ask then when did the vending kind of
it was from that, and then we don't talk about it whatnot happened as well, where I spent too many nights on whatnot buying stuff. I got addicted to it, and then I just ended up with all these 151 hits because I just kept doing 151 breaks and sitting up to X o'clock at night watching some guy rip 151 packs just trying to get a Charizard.
I mean, not a bad complaint to have now if you've a load of 151 hits.
Yeah, but 151, then I quickly realized that was probably one of my most favorite modern sets.
What a set, yeah.
My modern grail was the Charizard from that, and I just couldn't hit it, and then I ended up just buying an Ace 10 in it on eBay, which doesn't feel the same, but I mean,
it really doesn't, does it? It really doesn't.
No,
it doesn't. And so I came back in 2022, so Silver Tempest Lost Hours in time, and I didn't buy a single card for maybe a year and a half. I refused point blank, and I went to the Ireland card show, and all I bought was sealed. I refused point blank to buy it. But then I think I realized I was being an idiot, but I was really stubborn, and then eventually I was like, right, you were the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Just no, I want to be no, I didn't cheat. I pulled everything in this binder.
Yeah, it's just not possible. I did pull the Charizard though. I went heavy on that set.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did you grade it?
No, I didn't grade it. I have mastered it. I nearly finished mastering it. I'm just missing a couple of reverses. But it's all in the binder.
Yeah.
I pulled it. If you were to go through my YouTube videos and filter it by oldest first, I think it's the second video. My face isn't in it. I've got weird sound effects in it, and I pulled it out in an ETB. So the record is there. If anybody wants to go back and watch some really, really poor videos.
I wasn't making any videos at that stage.
No. I have pulled a demigod pack, as you call it, in 151 from a tin. It was the Squirtle lineup. So
that blast ice is sick.
Oh, I love it.
So sick.
I still think it's criminally undervalued.
Would you believe it's the first card I actually did buy?
Oh yeah?
Because I didn't want a master set, but I had the other big two. And 151 was starting to get a little bit harder to get, and I was like, if I don't get the 3, I'll bang my head off a wall. So it's the first time I ever bought a card.
Yeah. I couldn't pull the Venusaur. I pulled that Blastoise twice.
Just isn't the same, is it?
No.
I know if I had pulled that Charizard, even if I graded it and it came a 9 or something, I would still be so happy with it.
You did that. You achieved that.
I did that.
What we're really saying is you spent a stupid amount of money on absolute chance, but you did that, Danny. You did that.
Oh, well, yeah, Whatnot
nearly
put DannyTaggCollects under before it even began.
This is bad. Anything did you get anything decent from Whatnot at least?
Oh yeah, I got loads of I had loads of 151 hits, so I had Alakazam 3 or 4 times. I had Blastoise twice, Venusaur, everything but Charizard. That's why I was spending the money, because I wanted to see somebody pull the Charizard on camera for me. But it never happened. I've just seen Conrad saying there that he should have came into my Whatnot, Danny. So
He gives
Was
out
it
free
was
shares.
it Conrad
doesn't he?
doing the we never talk about it, but Conrad doing the giveaway, the free packs?
Oh, I always say it to him. I always remind him.
Oh, don't worry, we remind him as well.
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Listen, karma, you'll be rewarded, Conrad,
Of
someday.
course.
Someday. I just see Evan there asking how much was a Blastoise when I bought it. It was like 40. So right now it's a bargain. Right now it's a bargain. I actually pulled
I
it
remember
for
selling one for 30.
for 30.
30?
Yeah. To a vendor.
That's mad.
I finally pulled it when I did that 1K celebration stream there about a month or two ago. I opened a Bloom and Waters collection box, and I was like,
Wow.
please make this worth opening. And I pulled the Blastoise for the first time ever.
Yes. Well done.
Yeah. So that
Big
will
market
be.
for it's like what, like £110 or something at the minute.
I think so. Yeah. I think
Very
so.
nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to be vending for the first time after the summer, so might be on the table. If someone wants to
That's
come pick
it.
up a Blastoise.
You have to
Of
come up
course,
down
surely.
to Cartload, make the trip.
Yeah, I'll definitely go up some stage.
Let's talk about that, and we've kind of gone off. I have more questions about the Antrim Card Club, but let's talk about going up and coming down. Have you ever vended this side of the border?
No. So interesting on that. So I applied for Emerald,
Yeah.
and I've also last night or the night before applied for the Irish card market.
Yeah.
I basically want to have my first foray down south. I was supposed to go to one with, just as a attendee with Alan and Damien and Andrew. They went down to one, I think, in November last year, and I basically had a sleepless night and stuff, and I just basically went, sorry guys, I just can't go.
Yeah.
But they loved it, and it looked class from Alan's. I think that's when he had the pack battle with you, I think.
At the
It was the Ireland card show, I'd say, wasn't it?
the Ireland Card Show, and me and him just
The
did a
old
pack
venue.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that one. So I just want to bed down south, which leads me on to a question. So pricing for down south
I was going to ask you the same
as
question.
as a pound sterling vendor, I hear card market is
Card
the way to
market.
go. Right. So I hear card market's the way to go, but then I see prices at vendors' tables, and they're not card market prices. They're like way more, I would say, than what card market quotes.
I kind of wish Jimmy was here today because
Yeah.
he'd be more your guy. From what I understand, and I think actually this was something we spoke with Conrad about. I think when it goes above a certain price, they kind of start switching to eBay. Now I don't know what level of cards are you talking about? Are you talking about just in general, like any like?
I think the £100, €100 plus. Yeah. So I think what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
maybe go off eBay then.
When I vend, I'll let you know.
I suppose you're kind of.
Okay, so I do see Pokekai who does help Poke Bundles.
Yeah.
So as a registered business, there seems to be possibly the idea of VAT being added on top.
Okay.
So that might be. I see someone else with the same input. If
see
some
that,
vendors
yeah.
are paying VAT, so that could be the thing. And I do actually think, because I did have Tony on from Poke Bundles, and now it's ringing a bell that he probably is adding the VAT on top. So maybe that's what you're seeing. And then people are probably leaving card market for the higher end.
And as well, I'd
and
say
going
they're
eBay.
not, depending on the condition, they're fine in the condition of the card, but they're not going with ones without pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know, are people pricing slightly above, knowing that there's going to be a bit of haggling? Yeah,
But yeah,
That is a thing, because I think it's not to say anything, like, obviously haggling is part of the game, when you're going to card shows and stuff. And generally when you try and haggle with me, it goes your way anyway, because something that obviously I watched that Poke Bundles Tony episode, and I think I don't remember the exact quote, but I know the sentiment behind it, that the customer experience is more than
Yeah.
anything else. You know, what brings that person back is the experience, not the money they paid or whatever. And if you can have it in you to give a wee bit extra one way or another, you know, the experience matters more than the sale. But generally, I think the pricing of cards, you're trying to be as close to market as possible. But the way the haggling goes kind of up here, there's a wee bit, it seems a bit stronger up here. Like people are going a wee bit, you know, £3 card, can you give me that for £2? That's like 30% off it straight away. You know, that kind of thing. So I think some vendors do price with that in mind. It's not a bad thing, you know, it just is, you know, you do get people basically haggling for the sake of haggling over everything.
Have you attended a show even as an attendee in the South?
In the South, no. I haven't.
Would you do that before vending, or would you just go straight?
I think that would be a good idea. I don't know if there's any between now and I think Irish Card Market's June or July, is it?
August.
Is it August?
Yeah, and I don't know of any.
August 15th, is it? Sorry.
I think so because I've applied for it as well.
Excellent.
I don't think there's most people try and avoid, I think, big shows in June, July.
Right.
Just I don't know if they're thinking of heat and weather and
summer holidays.
Yeah. But I think the next big one is. I hope I'm not missing a big card show, but I think the next big one would be that one in August. So yeah, you might not get to attend one as a guest before you
pop-ups.
Yeah, I'll just wing
Pop-ups.
the first one, you know.
Pop-ups, yeah, you could get to a pop-up.
Yeah, maybe a Poke Olive pop-up or something. I know PokePair does one with, I think, DannyTaggCollects does one.
PokePair, Poke Olive, DannyTaggCollects, they all kind of, they might do one with two of them and then one with two of the others, and they kind of all work together on it. The other thing I was going to ask you then is, and because I've spoke to people, I know TCG, Sean, Poke Olive have all vended in the north.
Yeah.
And the one thing they've cursed is the pricing.
Different pricing.
And the currency exchange. Do you have an idea on, because I know the two methods are either you put the hours in and re-sticker everything, or do you plan on exchanging on the day?
Oh, if I was the band down south?
Yeah.
No, I would do a full reprice.
Would you?
You should keep it simple, just same price.
€100. No.
Keep the numbers the same, yeah.
Yeah. There's his table at Irish Card Market.
Why is that guy an hour in and has nothing on his table?
Yeah. Best Euro price about it. No, I think I was talking to Harry and DannyTaggCollects at the Frank, sorry.
Yeah.
At the pop-up in Belfast, and we were talking about that, and I think the best way to go about it is basically to just price yourself completely in euros, the currency that you're going to be vending in. Basically, takes the guesswork out of it.
I know some of them, some of the vendors that have come from the north down to the south shows, they just kind of keep it on the pounds and then change it on the day.
That's what I was talking about, yeah.
Which could be a pain.
Actually, funny enough, I even watched, I don't know if you're familiar with Garchamp, US.
Yes, Garchamp.
He done, I think his most recent one, he was in Canada. So obviously they've Canadian dollar. And I think he kept his prices in US dollar. And then was doing the exchange. If someone had a big deal, he'd tally the whole thing up in US and then just change the final number. But then again, like even just the front, the first visual, you know, if someone was to get to your table, not realize that everything is pound, I'm like, oh my god, I can get that for £30 or for €30, and then ask, and you'll be like, well, actually that's £30. It's more.
Yeah, this is it. You see,
do you have the symbol, like, or do you just have the number?
I think you would just reprice. I think that experience there that Dean, you were saying there, you know, if somebody comes up thinking they've got £30 worth of cars and you're like, actually it's 40 whatever, you know, it's not great, you know.
I think that bit of work would probably be worth it on the day.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah. Then whatever prices you choose based on card market and eBay is all you, Danny. I don't know on that one.
Yeah, so up here, Pokepulse is kind of where it's
That's
at the minute.
something else I was going to ask about. This Pokepulse thing. You
Yeah.
guys are like Pokepulse everywhere. What is that? Is that like the collector app that they use in the States? Well, that we have here. But
So it's
tethered
very
to-
much. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It's very much in beta at the minute. It does have a paid for subscription tier for like very casual. You know, if you're just using it to price things yourself, or if you're a vendor, you can have a full inventory and binders and all things like that to organize things. But it pulls directly from the UK last solds. So the thing that kind of takes forever up here at a table is pricing by eBay last sold. So you're going on and you're checking, you know, somebody's trading in like 15 cards and you're going on to eBay, locking your filter, seeing last solds, and then trying to get an average from like 5 or 6 listings. But Pokepulse, literally, you can scan it on your phone and it'll bring up, literally, it'll pop up as you scan it. Kind of the way price charting was. I don't know if you ever did the card scanner and price charting or anything
Never
like that.
used it. No, I know price charting, but I've never used our scanner.
But it pops up like a wee number up at you. So you can actually see it without going in then to see your scan cards. So you could literally scan, pops up £14, you know that card 14, and you can basically make a wee list. So it makes, that's why the guys all use it here now. Well, most of the guys.
And is it
Because
accurate?
it's-
No, if you're happy, it's
Yeah. So I would say it's right on the money for, you know, your kind of modern stuff.
Yeah.
Now as you get towards vintage, because that's obviously very condition based
depends
pricing.
on condition.
Yeah, I would still go to eBay and do that because you're going to get a card in probably mint that you're trying to trade in, and it's going to fire you up near mint, LP, NP, and then just do a merge of the prices, you know.
And you could have 2 or 3 last solds over a 6-7 month span as well. So
Yeah. So eBay still comes back into it one way or another, you know, north or south, you know, the higher value stuff, eBay kind of tends to be your most accurate way to do it. But Pokepulse is a really quick way to get your trade-ins done because it literally cuts the time in half. I love it. Like,
Sounds good, yeah.
I've been crying and pleading for someone to do a European one. Someone just, there's the collector app in the States. Now you guys
It's not fully accurate though.
which the collector app
Yeah, the prices are up and down.
for even for the US market itself.
Oh, I don't know for our
Oh
market,
no, but
anyway.
that's what I mean. Like you can't use it for our market because it only tracks the US market. Same with Pokepulse. I think it's the UK market, right?
yeah, that's right.
So someone, if someone in a power position is watching this, please make one for Europe. Please just card market maybe. If you guys want to just do a quick app, just there's such a huge space for it. Like it's such a genius idea. I did think after Collector did it that we'd start seeing it pop up everywhere. Obviously Pokepulse. Do you know anything about the company? I don't know anything about them.
So they were basically started not that long ago. I know Kate, that's in one of the vendors, PokeChicks. She is basically one of the founding kind of members of like the community of it. So she's been in it a lot longer than me. Would probably tell you a lot more than I could about them. So I first found out about October time last year about them, and it was basically another vendor, Mark Elliott. He was pricing cards, and I was like, "How are you doing that so quickly?" Because it was the one show where I went as just a customer, you know, and I seen him price and stuff, and he was like using it, and it was like he was getting prices straight away, whereas I'm used to like flicking through at the time last souls and stuff, and then he just told me Pokepulse.io, and I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. And then since October last year, I've just been using it. And then he actually reached out to me about 2 months ago and wanted to partner up. And I was like, yeah, it's an easy decision because I use it every day.
Happy days, yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like
it's game changing for UK vendors. Just like I couldn't imagine setting pricing for Maiden tomorrow. And having to do eBay last souls for all my singles, you know, I can literally get my phone out and scan them and go.
That's the job.
I see Jumpin' Jack.
Might convince me to even vend.
Jumpin' Jack believes it will expand to Europe. Can't imagine it'd be a huge deal to create a European location with the bones of the app. Yeah, look, I mean,
Yeah, I think he's right there.
Who did you say? You mentioned someone, one of the founders, Kate, was it?
Well, Kate, there's Kate.
Is that the Kate in the chat?
Kate Shepperson there, yeah.
Kate, they're planning to expand to Euro soon.
Yeah, so there you go.
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. That'll save everybody headaches at the shows. But yeah.
There's a couple of vendors chiming in there. Lifesaver at a show.
How do you what was it like when you started vending? When did you start? Did you say it was
property
March last year?
vending was March last year.
Yeah.
And that was me, as I say, with all my vintage binders filled with just minty vintage from packs. So I literally had a table in the corner. And there's a bit of a joke there with Alan about me being in the corner on my own, just with a table, no tablecloth, and like 6 binders from like all the different sets, like Fossil Jungle, Team Rocket, all that stuff. And I just sat there. Was just like people were going over just looking through my binders.
Yeah.
And I think I made 150 quid on my first ever vend, and I was like, wow. Like I came home to Lana and I was like, there's money in these old cards that I pulled, you know. And then that just gets the cogs turning, and you're like, right, what can I do? Well, how can I make this something that I really enjoy, but also beneficial financially, you know? And then it just escalated. So it just went, next time was the first show I didn't buy any cards because I thought, you know, surely I just want to sell these. I don't want to buy other cards. And the next show then I started to buy in because I literally used that £150 straight into the budget for the next show. And then that started me off trading. And then the next show after that, the budget was even bigger because I'd made like maybe £400 or £500. So it was like all like self-containing finances, you know, just rotating, getting different stock and stuff. And then tablecloths were bought, displays were bought, roller banners were bought, and then it just escalated.
Here we are now.
And here we are now. We've formed a card club. We have relatively successful vending hustle going on.
Speaking of escalating, I did say I had a lot of questions about the Antrim Card Club, so I feel like we're going to touch back on that now and then. You talked about that was number 5 you just did, yeah.
Yep, number 5 in May there, yeah.
With the rate it's growing, like I'm sure, like a lot of people would do it. You've got mad dreams in your head of what next year it's going to be. You know, how do you've got vendors lining up? You're probably going to get more people looking to buy tickets.
Yeah.
How do you plan on managing that growth? And I mean, I don't know if you're at a point where you're like, no, I'm happy with this for a while. Do you see something much bigger? Like, do we see like, you know, big, massive conference rooms selling out every month?
He's looking for exclusives here.
Yeah, of course. Don't come on the Beyond the Packs podcast and not give exclusives.
The honest answer is I'm happy at the minute of just where the club has come from. But I would be lying if I said I haven't thought of what's next.
Of course.
So maybe the club stays as it is every month, and then there is maybe a special show every 4 months or something, you know, and that's like a bigger space.
Yeah.
More vendors, the waiting list guys get in, you know. Like I hate saying the waiting list because the waiting list to me sounds pretentious. Like I'm saying like I've got all these guys waiting to vend with me and the club. It's not that at all. I hate that there's a waiting list. In fact, I wish that I could let everybody in.
Yeah.
Which is why I had that idea about the Vendapalooza where everybody gets a table, because it's like I don't like the pressure of all you guys. You know, there's guys ask you every week or every month, you know, is there a table? Is there a table? And it's like I'll message you when the time comes. It's a waiting list. But no, I'm happy with how it's going. The guys are in at the minute. They're in until they're not in. But definitely Antrim Car Club it's got big plans for the future. The monthly club will always be a thing, whether it just stays as is in that location, because I love the location. The people that run the location day to day get on really well with them.
It's just really settled, like.
It's really settled, and you know what? It's just all came together so perfectly. So I can't complain. But I definitely think there's a space for like a 3-month club or a 4-month club. Probably the 4-month one, I would say, maybe.
Mm.
And Alan loves that there's free parking as well, so there'll be free parking at the next event as well.
I do see there's a comment
It's a selling
there,
point
and
for
I
an
do
event.
see the words free parking in there. Parking is a big selling point for an event.
Oh,
That's
huge,
absolutely,
huge.
absolutely.
Like
So
tomorrow,
Doesn't happen in Dublin, like.
no, tomorrow for Maiden, like there's no parking at the event, so you know you have to. There's a car park somewhere nearby, but because obviously Connor and me are like close friends, so he's like, you leave your stuff and I'll hop in the car with you when you leave it off, and we'll drive around to the car park. Because I've never been in Derry too much, you know. I've been in like once before, but the parking it is a concern before any event. Like I'm a stickler for details, you know, so I need to know exactly where I'm going, what's happening, where I'm leaving the car, how far a walk is it. So
Derry's my closest city, and there's that where the building that it's in. I don't think there's parking there.
I think Richmond Centre. Or
Yeah,
something.
the Richmond Centre. So there's a shopping centre either side of it. The Richmond one, or the Foyle
It's one
side.
of them
The Foyle
doesn't have
side.
parking.
The Foyle side has the parking.
Yeah, that's it.
There is another shopping centre that's about a 5-minute walk away. There's a big Tesco. There's another multi-story car park there, and then there is like another one that's like an outdoor parking, but you can't pay by card. You got to use coins. So there is parking. You gotta just do your. If you're going to Maiden City tomorrow, do your research before you go.
Yeah.
Do your
I
research
think
before.
there is ample parking there. I'm not saying there's not ample parking for visitors or
Yeah,
anything.
There
It's
is.
just as a setup from a vendor point of view, when you're lugging trolleys, everything, the car where you're leaving it is always a concern.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm yawning, lad. Sorry.
Listen, if you're bored here on the podcast, Ron, you know where you
Sorry to keep you up, though.
No.
Please.
It's not at all.
So just to finish off on that, then, are you seeing like the monthly club as kind of like this is the bread and butter of the Antrim Card Club, but there's going to be other stuff on top?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's not. It would be a missed opportunity for everybody in terms of me for expanding what Antrim Card Club could be. A missed opportunity for me not getting vendors in. A missed opportunity for the community, I think, for something in the northern hemisphere of Northern Ireland, you know, Antrim area. Something to look forward to, because there's not really much up here. It's all Belfast based. So even people from like all next to the woods up here can easily get to. But I think somewhere, because Antrim, you can get to Antrim from anywhere. Belfast is like literally 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
On the motorway, so I think it's a really accessible point. But yeah, I think for all them reasons, I think doing a big club is probably the way to go. And I think that might be a thing for next year. I think I'll just let this first year resonate a wee bit and, you know, take stock in January and see what's happening. Obviously, the calls will probably be starting before that to get something organized for the start of the year. But I think so far, just taking stock of the accomplishment of the club, basically.
Yeah, I think that's obviously just because of how quick it's grown. It's kind of easy to start thinking about where it's going to go to. But I think that's a good idea to let it find its, because it probably still hasn't fully found its feet. If you're only on show number 5, let it find its feet for a year, the majority of the year, and once you've got it almost at a point where you know exactly what it is every time, then look at something big. But I personally think what you're doing, it's such a cool thing. It's such a cool thing. I love the idea of it. So
cheers.
I do plan on getting to one soon. Not soon.
No,
baby.
you're a busy man. There's no pressure to worry about that.
definitely after the summer at some point. And when there's so many things that go on in. I feel like the North has picked up rapidly in terms of just big shows. Elite Four have their big show, obviously Maiden City. Then there's the Pokemart NI.
Pokemart NI pop-ups in Belfast.
He does pop-ups. I actually bought off him at the Ireland card show there. We were chatting for a bit. Is he monthly as well?
He does a monthly one, so he would do Royal Avenue. Well, he goes between two venues basically because one could take it over by the council, so it kind of changed up a wee bit what he could do. So there's two locations he generally does it from, like the Redeemer in Belfast and the Royal Avenue as well. So yeah, he's a monthly club as well. That captures like the Belfast, postcode basically for a monthly thing, and the Antrim thing captures all of it, I would say, because it's so easily accessed from Belfast, and then all the northern people have somewhere where they can go if they don't fancy going into the town.
Yeah, see, that would be so cool if there was something like that in the south. Something central that was like a monthly thing. Because if you've got something monthly, I feel there's less chance of FOMO if you're going to miss on a big show. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at that Maiden City tomorrow. I'm like, that's my last big show. I won't get to one now till I vend in August. Where if there was a monthly one, I could be like, oh well, I'll catch that one next month. So I do. I think it's a great thing that you're doing. It's a great idea. I definitely can't wait to get up.
Great. It's that community, as was said before. With the Antrim Car Club, you can grab a cup of coffee, sit down in it. You can chat with people. Generally, like I probably sounds like I'm saying this about my own club, but all I hear is how good the vibes are. It always seems like the vendors have a really good time. I always get loads of comments after I do my reels because I get so many messages. I do a reel, go, guys, thank you so much. You're everything you can say about the club is overwhelming. Thank you so much. It's been great, and I always acknowledge how manic it's been and how busy and how much has taken off. It's definitely not taken for granted. It's insane to think like 5 months ago that it didn't exist.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Make a bit of a shift here to YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know why you laughed at that.
Vendor POVs.
Do you know what's funny? I could count you, Conrad cards, Jumpin' Jack cards, TCG Sean, Yetzi, Poke Bundles at his first one. Almost half the vendor POVs on the island are coming from your card show. Like genuinely,
yes.
there's
it's working.
You, Conrad, and Alan, and maybe there's more from your show that I'm just not aware of. And then there's maybe 3 or 4.
Definitely be me, Alan, and Conrad for sure. That's 3 at least.
Yeah, and then maybe I'm sure there's at least 3 or 4 in the set. I know Senpai, Yetzi, Sean, Tony did his first one. We may see more popping up, and there's probably 1 or 2 that I'm missing. But yeah, it's wild to think that almost half of them are at your show. How do you feel about because you've done? I watched a bit of your last one. I think that's your 3rd or 4th vendor POV.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it? What made you go and say, okay, it's time to start doing like a vendor POV, and how do you feel about doing them?
Alan is the reason I do vendor POVs. I can't let him have the whole market up here, No, to be honest, there is a bit of truth in that in terms of Alan, because he is definitely a motivation for that. His vendor POVs are probably some of the most entertaining from anybody on the island. So I just sort of thought, Alan has a style. I have my style of vending, and it's Conrad obviously has his style too. So I just thought there isn't enough up here, so why not give another perspective of how DannyTaggCollects vends and give people a an idea, you know.
Mm.
In terms of actually doing them, really weird at the start. I think the first one was probably the best time to do one was in Holt, the really busy Belfast one, the trade night with Belfast Collects arranged. That was probably the best time to start it because, for one, the backdrop was crazy. It made the video look class because it had all like the LED lights and neon signs in the background.
That was, you were in like a food court.
Yeah. So Holt,
yeah.
Holt is like the old train bus station where the Europa is. They basically converted it into like a massive food outlet where like there's loads of food vendors outside and like a little grassy bit, and then it's a full bar inside. So there's like tables, benches, live music, and then Pokemon cards. So it's like such a cool vibe. Oh, it's unreal. So that's why the whole POV, there was live music going on in the background. But in terms of doing it, great. Once you get going, it's like anything. It's like having a conversation, you know. It might be a bit weird to start off with, but once you're in, you know. And I've had like 15 years of like customer service and management experience and things. So the whole customer service comes out of me really quickly. So I just go into autopilot and then I'm just free flowing, you know, free state. So our flow state. So yeah, I just forget the mic's on most of the times. Sometimes in the detriment where I'm forgetting to show the cards that Alan's pointed out to me. I was like, oh great, we haven't seen when anybody's trading in. I was like, you know, forgive me, I've only been doing POVs for like 3 months.
That was a question I was going to ask is, do you feel with the, and I'm asking because I genuinely want to know for when I do it, but do you feel like you handle your table differently
with a POV?
Yeah, do you feel like, you know, I gotta give better prices, or I'm just curious, or do you just do your thing?
Honestly, no. And that's not just saying that. Like literally, it's exactly the same as if the camera wasn't running. It's again going back to what Tony said. I mean, to be honest with you, in terms of like content, that video with Tony and Pokemon is probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. I love that whole video. I think I watched it when I was clearing out Killian's now bedroom upstairs.
Yeah, it was good.
And, I watched the whole thing and I was just stopped. I like found myself literally standing with like books in my hand, just standing watching it, being like, I've stood here for like 15 minutes watching this with a book in my hand. But can't compliment Tony enough the way he gets on with the way he is with customers and how he feels about his customer experience.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Like, he's a role model, and I actually sent him a message saying that, like we've never met, but the way you can conduct yourself is, you know, you're a role model basically for how I operate. So on that, that's the way I am all the time. You know, chat. Everybody that comes to the table gets acknowledged. At least I try. You know, there's going to be times when you're pricing something up. Maybe you might miss somebody that's behind somebody at a slab case or something. But for the most part, yeah, it's exactly as it is. Everybody gets acknowledged the same way. Dailies go down the same way. I give people free stuff the same way. Kids come back because I always remember, like my first pop-up last year, I give, there's a guy that I'm friends with, Ryan, actually gave me a free slab to give away. It was like a Chinese PSA 10 Pikachu or something. And I gave it to the child, and literally I got a comment on Instagram being like, you were his favorite vendor. We're going to come back and see you next time. And then they do come back and say, you give my son, or you give me a Pikachu, you know, the last thing. So that is like so much more than anything else, you know.
That type of stuff, and I see it in even Alan's videos, and you know, I think there was 1 or 2 people that recognized Tony obviously in his POV, and then you see it in the States as well. That when you do something like that for someone and they remember you and they come back and say, oh, I was this person last time, or that to me just seems like it's just one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah, that's community.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
I'm so excited to do it.
Like, I mean, the best feeling is a child. Like, I don't know if you've seen one of my videos. I think it was the one on the Redeemer pop-up in Belfast, where it's like the very first couple of minutes, a child's come over and he's like, says he's looking for a Ditto card. and I opened the binder and went, "I've got one, this one," and the kid went nuts because it was the exact Ditto card that he was looking. It's that one. It's like a trainer gallery one, you know, where it's like, I can't remember the actual card, but it's like a Pokemon in a field kind of thing. I can't remember the Pokemon. It's really bad. But anyway, it was this card, and the kid just went nuts. And then he was the thumbnail then of the whole video because that made such an impression, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole day, like just making a kid's day is like the best thing that happened all day.
Yeah,
You could have made thousands of pounds that day. Doesn't matter. Like that kid getting a £10 Ditto card was the best thing that happened. You know.
Yeah, like knowing you did something like that it has to be such a good feeling.
That's it there. I think PokeKai said the Ditto Nummels. That's the exact card, yeah.
Oh, the ones, there's like 3 or 4 Nummels in a field. Yeah.
Just one Ditto card that I had. Chances.
It was just luck, wasn't it?
Yeah. Meant to be.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be a little selfish here again, if you don't mind, Danny. And I asked this to Tony when he was on. Obviously, I'm going to be vending for the first time. Hopefully, Irish card market if I get the approval. 3 tips. First time vending. What have you got for me?
Good question. So, I feel like I don't need to say this to you because your personality, but speak to everybody. Enjoy as if you're sitting there for the reason of just enjoying the hobby. So there's nobody, if it's your first vend, nobody's expecting you to be a vendor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're there to be a vendor, but just be yourself and just let your natural personality shine through, because we all know that's why we're all here doing this podcast and why everybody's tuning in. You have the personality, you know. So just let that shine through. Just be yourself. 2, let me see. Maybe because for the first one, I sort of thought not taking trades in was probably the best way to go for a first vend, because you might overwhelm yourself.
Okay.
You know, just let yourself naturally do the sales side of it, get it done. And then pricing well in advance, I would say.
Right.
Do not give yourself last minute like I do for Maiden Car Show and sit here to 6 o'clock, go grab a shower and jump on this podcast. But if you're going to like Irish card market, probably pro tip is bring somebody with you to help. Don't try to do it on your own.
I do have my buddy already roped in, so I do have someone lined up. And if Ron attends, he might be a substitute as well in case I need it.
So I know obviously Connor Kincaid with me, who's organising the Maiden City tomorrow. He is like my right hand man. Like I'm not actually vending with him most of the day tomorrow because he's organised the event, he's running it. So I'm solo vending tomorrow. But Alan also has another. There's so many Connors in the community up here. It's mad. But Alan and Connor for Jumping Jacks, like they have a really good system going where Connor basically prices everything for him. And that leaves you to be you. You know, you're the reason, you're the personality behind the Crackin'Deano brand, or Alan's the personality behind Jumping Jacks. So it frees him up to do those things. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do notice that kind of rhythm that they have when I watch Alan's videos. I keep going to call him Jack even after this long. I know. But I do notice that, and it's a great idea.
But see, it's really hard to give tips for vending because you just it sounds stupid to say, but you literally just go out and do it. You know, you're going out, you're talking to human beings, you're not talking to businesses, you're not writing emails, you're literally working out a deal. As long as you know what your margins are that you're working with, you know, whatever you're buying something in for, you have your leeway, what you're willing to give up. Just go out there and just have conversations. That's literally what vending is.
Appreciate that. I do actually have one specific question that I genuinely need the answer to, and I'm going to be asking other vendors for their opinion as well. You've done like one-off bigger shows vending, haven't you?
Yeah.
What, in terms of how many singles? Because I'm like, you know, do I bring 500? Do I need 2,000? Like to make sure I've got a table full and stock to replenish. Do you have an idea of like what a number?
Not a number per se. I would say, like, what do you have any idea what your display is going to look like? Are you going to have a case? Are you going to have binders, or is it going to be a mix of both?
Probably
or
going to
just cases?
be. I'll probably go like one case and a binder just to start. I don't want to jump in deep end. So probably one case and a binder to start.
So I would say figure out what fills that case, or at least makes that case look good.
Yeah.
And have, like, say if it's 200 singles or 100 singles, I would say would fill a case. Have another 50 to restock if you're not getting trades in.
Yeah.
And then Connor is fantastic for me. Like, we literally price stuff and have it out within 10 minutes.
Right.
So we're constantly rotating. I see guys do, reels after a show where it's like what I bought in at what this card show. I don't do them because it's in the binder already or it's in the case already.
Yeah.
So I'm just refreshing over and over again. But I would say do a dummy setup at home. Find out how many singles it takes. Even if you don't know or don't have 100 singles, put energy cards in or something. And find out what the sweet spot is, and then just have a reserve as well. It takes the pressure of you buying to replace. If you have 50 decent singles that you kind of like, that you can just put out and replace things with. Do that.
Right. So in
and
terms of, go ahead.
Get a top loader case, because as a vendor, Alan sells them via his website, Coda Cards. Get a top loader case because it is life saving. See if you're rocking loads of singles as a vendor.
Yeah.
This is literally a case where you can stack about 500 singles side by side in top loaders in a case. And that is so good for if you're running multi cases and you're carrying about loads of top loaders. It's the best thing for transporting, because I used to have them in boxes, prismatic figure boxes, Voltex things, and then this case thing came along. It's just a game changer. So yeah,
I'm going to be watching this back closer to the show and be like, right, taking notes.
I don't know if any of that stuff's helpful, because I just winged it at the start,
I suppose there's obviously going to be an element of just doing the first one.
Yeah.
Seeing what you mess up, seeing what would work, and then going for it. But
you will be your harshest critic as well, because when I came back from that first show where I didn't buy anything and I made £150, I sort of thought to myself, why didn't I buy anything? And then the next one you buy something, and then you get a little riskier the next time. You maybe spend your whole budget, but you've got more stock for the next show. So your first one's going to be you just winging it, so don't worry. Like, it is going to be a busy one to do. Irish Card Market is your first one. But yeah, I would say you're popular enough to put out a buying singles request.
Just Danny, I get all squirmy when people say nice things, so I appreciate it. But if you could stop.
This last 15 minutes has just been a pure ego stroke, hasn't it?
Don't stop.
Just gonna have these last 5 minutes on loop for the rest of the day.
You sleeping like a baby tonight.
No, I do appreciate that. No, listen, all tips are more than welcome, because I'm probably hate to admit that I am a bit of an overthinker, and I see Conrad call himself a control freak, so I am going to be, I know for a fact, I'm like, oh, is this enough? Is this right? Is this so you reckon just do it and
just go for it.
And learn the first one.
See, one of your biggest, that's why I said about don't buy something maybe, but I think Irish Card Market's too good an opportunity not to buy something in your first show, for trade-ins.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you can't you're going to have who did you say, Jimmy, is it helping you?
I've just got my friend. He's not.
Oh, your friend. Sorry.
Yeah.
I might have to go.
Basically, teach your friend
you got
how to price
Ron,
and get him
Fatherly
comfortable.
duties here.
You got fatherly duties, Ron?
Yeah, I think I might have to nip it in the bud, lads.
Do what you have to do.
Look,
Appreciate you
No
jumping
worries,
on.
lads.
pleasure. Sorry, I have to leave.
Peace.
Peace. Bye, everybody.
So is this what I'm in for?
Welcome. This is what you're going to be introduced to.
Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
So yeah, get your friend if he's comfortable vending and stuff or whatever. I would get him comfortable with pricing so that if you are going to buy stuff, that'll take that off your hands and you can just be at the table, you know. Because trade-ins will, if you let it, overtake your whole show.
I do notice that, and you know, I know a lot of people put out posts saying if you're going to be trading to us at the show tomorrow, please text us in advance. Or yeah, they'll have someone on the side that can sit. But I do realize if people show up with, hey, I've got these 15, 20 cards, I don't know what the prices are. That's
yeah. And they won't tell you a price of what they are. They'll it's very rare that you'll get somebody with a fully priced out binder who are trading in. You'll have to do all the legwork yourself, which is what you're there for. You know, it's where you earn your money. But yeah, don't let it overtake. Get your friend into pricing and take that weight off you at least. And people are prepared to wait. You know, if you're, as long as it's not crazy. People expect to be waiting 5-10 minutes for somebody to price something and give them a figure. So you will feel that pressure, especially if you're a man of organization and you like things to go smoothly. You'll feel like this is taking too long, but 5 to 10 minutes generally will get most things priced up.
Fair enough. Andrew, if you're watching, you're on pricing duties. I don't know if he's in. I don't know
Teach
if
him
he's
all the
in.
tricks of card market, apply all the filters and all. And
between now and August, you sit on card market. Don't leave it till you know it inside out.
You might have your head down in the laptop all day, but it'll be for the good of Crackin'Deano vending.
Exactly. I'll take care of you. I'll give you a nice couple of booster packs after. I have I don't know if you're interested in a little bit of fun, Danny.
Always.
Just to lighten us off as we move into the twilight of the episode. Have you ever seen any of my Would You Rathers?
I think maybe. I don't know. I might be going in blind here.
I have done them in. I used to put like shorts and reels up of doing these like crazy Pokemon Would You Rathers. Some of them were very obscure. Some I thought were pretty cool. I started bringing them back a little bit on the podcast just for a bit of fun. And if you're interested, we could pop out one or two for a bit of fun. Right. So I've got two for you. Right.
Okay.
Starting off on like a high end. I see Pokebrand saying fart noises inbound. That's a reference to one a couple of weeks ago that we did. It was a quite obscure one. So the first one. Would you rather? And this might be very easy depending on if you dislike one or the other. But if you're someone who just likes big end, this might be a challenge. Would you rather own a full set of the Poncho Pikachu promos, or any 3 gold stars? And chat, obviously I want to know what the chat think as well. So every single Poncho Pikachu promo, or 3 gold stars of your choice. So you've got the Charizard, you've got the Mew, the Pikachu, the...
I don't know. I like the ponchos, but it's just not for me, you know.
Fair. I initially had the question as all the gold stars, but I was like, that's a bit outrageous and a bit easy. Do you know what your gold stars would be?
Charizard for one, for sure.
Yeah.
Rayquaza.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna go Pikachu.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go. As much as I love the ponchos, those gold stars are just, I don't think they'll ever be beat in terms of...
They're just iconic, aren't they?
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with the gold stars as well. And probably Charizard. I like the Mewtwo. And the Mew. I'd probably go Charizard, Mew, and Pikachu.
Yeah.
Would probably be my 3. The 3 dogs as well.
I see somebody there saying
see that. I see Conrad says 3 Rayquazas.
He would. I do agree with Pokekai there that I think the ponchos are overhyped. Not for me. Just personally, not for me.
They're very highly priced, so
Yeah.
I do like them though. Like
They're probably super. Well, I would say over here, if you had them, they wouldn't move. You'd be selling it to, a store or another vendor somewhere else. But you would need to be in England for ponchos to have any real liquidity.
So I'll tell you a fun story about the ponchos. So
Okay.
people know this because I've put it in the Discord and stuff. So my best friend and his girlfriend have a couple of ponchos.
Ooh.
Still in the plastic.
Wow.
Right. Bought them shortly after they came out for about 30 quid each. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
That's mad.
And we were at a show, I think last year, and my friend was like, I'll ask a couple of who we consider slightly bigger vendors. And I think the first two that we asked were like, I'd love to, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't, because it's a lot of bankroll to put up.
That's probably their buy-in budget for like a month or two.
Yeah, and then when are you going to move them as well?
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's what I'm saying. The liquidity is just not here, I think.
Exactly. Now I do love holding them and looking at them every time I go to his house. But yeah, interesting. I don't think anybody picked the ponchos. Oh, the Celebi was a good show too on the Gold Stars.
Mm-hmm. The Torchic really blew up recently as well.
The Torchic, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody, yeah. Pokekai, I just saw the start of your sentence saying I have a Gold Star, and I was like, oh boy. But then I was on to say Umbreon and Greninja, so I assume they're the
25th.
the promos. I was like, whoa.
I mean, you're right. You do have them.
All right, I do have another one here. This one is more of a bizarre one. Right, so have any three of your Pokemon cards, so in the form that they're in, so if it's a Mega Charizard, we're talking about a Mega Charizard, etc.
Yeah.
So any three of the cards that you own turn into real Pokemon or be handed €1 million.
€1 million.
What?
Bad Pokemon vendor.
Wow. Really?
Am I the first to answer?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever asked that one before.
I mean,
right. What's your top three cards? Your top three Pokemon? Let's
my top three, probably. Well, the 151 Charizard, just because it means so much to me in terms of like getting me back into the hobby and stuff. Base set Charizard because of the memory from the back of my mom's car, pulled out from that pack. And I would say a recent one, just the VMAX Fusion Gold Star. You got me Gold Star in the brain. The Gengar Fusion Strike.
So you could own as pets 2 Charizards and a Gengar.
Yeah.
You're picking £1 million.
Yeah. I mean, Gengar's just going to give you nightmares, and Charizard is unruly, so it would just be a whole mess,
I'm curious on what the goals. All right, so Pokekai said 3 Whoopers. Abrad20561 said $1 million. Phantom said Pokemon. See, Phantom has what I thought is that you could easily make $1 million if you own 3 Pokemon.
You could definitely rob some vaults with the Gengar.
I was thinking of just, paying to put on a couple of shows. Danny Adam wasn't going.
It must be the Northern Ireland in me.
A big theme park based on them, but I mean, yeah, whatever. We have Haley says, sorry, I should pop these up on the screen. I do apologize. Let me pop a couple up there. €1 million. Trainers are OP in Pokemon Universe. I feel like they'd go berserk if brought to life. Yeah, fair. Can't be having a Gengar around the baby. That's a very good point, Thomas. Yeah, I don't know if Danny would risk having a Gengar and 2 Charizards around baby Killian just to be on the safe side.
That's the reason. That's the real reason I chose $1 million. Yeah.
JB Pokedex Pokemon. See what trade and value Conrad would give me for a real Rayquaza. Strategic. I have to say, I would go with the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think that's Now, if the money went
Pokemon Roadshow with 3 live Pokemon.
Me, like, one of my favorite cards, Lugia, Mega Charizard X, and I don't know, Espeon or something walking around would be pretty cool.
You're an Espeon guy?
No, but in terms of my favorite cards, I have the Espeon from Fusion Strike.
Probably, yeah.
I probably have other cards that I'd prefer, but that's just off the top of my head. Crackin'Deano Roadshow with 3 live Pokemon.
Market it. Get it out there.
Yeah, I think would YouTube ad revenue if I had them in the video, would that pick up?
Image rights.
Okay, my wife has input. I go with the 1 mil. Too much effort in getting money out of the Pokemon. So you just want the 1 million straight away. I mean, I can't argue with my wife.
No. That's the real financial advisor right there. So
yeah,
you have to go with that advice.
I changed my mind. It's 1 million. I'm sorry. Can you imagine the look on Siobhan's face if she got home and like,
you chose what?
I had this choice of €1 million or these 3 Pokemon, and
yeah.
Oh great, so we don't have to worry for years about finance. Well,
about that.
Say hello to this big dragon. Sweet, that was a fun one. Appreciate your participation on that, Danny. I always enjoy those.
Anytime.
Chansey to babysit. There you go. If you pick the right Pokemon.
Now we're thinking outside the box.
Guys, look, we're 10 minutes off 2 hours. I don't know if there's a baby and a mother somewhere screaming for Daddy Tag's help. But
They're
maybe look if we want
watching on the TV upstairs, I would say.
Hi, baby Killian. You're awake. And what's your wife's name? You told me before.
I was going to say Alan. Oh, Alan. I think I went Alan way too much.
Alan and/or Alana. Hello to you. Guys, look, if you want to, I think there was a couple of questions that I missed earlier. So if you do have questions for Danny about anything about the event and the card show, just Pokemon in general, now is your time to throw in a question before we, I was going to say, release Danny to freedom, but he's not really up to freedom at this point. But yeah, if you guys have any questions you want to throw in for Danny, we'll take in something there. I do see a question in straight away. What's your favorite or top 3 sets to rip?
151. Journey Together. Sounds weird, but I love Journey Together.
Interesting.
And probably Destined Rivals, like recent sets, all recent, but favorite to rip.
Yeah, Destined. I get a lot of stick for my love of Destined Rivals, but it's top set.
Yeah, still to pull that Mewtwo, so
I bought it. I had to give in because I'm master setting it, and I was only missing 3. I had to give in. I did a big trade at the Dublin card show, and I got it. So it's a nice piece. I
would say Sword and Shield, but Sword and Shield is just an absolute horror to rip because I've had no luck with Sword and Shield packs.
With just any of the sets in general?
Just like Silver Tempest, anything. Just never any luck.
I've told the story a million times. People are probably sick of it. I pulled the Lugia from Silver Tempest, which when I came back into the hobby was my number 1 straight away. Because it was the first or second set that I was out when I got in. And Lugia is one of my favorite Pokemon. And I finally pulled it from a 3-pack blister from Aldi.
Sick.
Beautiful.
So sick.
Beautiful day.
so undervalued, so underappreciated.
I still think it's very undervalued.
Oh, it's crazy you can get an Ace 10 up here for like £600. Which is mental. Like, and that Lugia being Lugia, and that's like the best card ever produced for Lugia, arguably.
Yeah.
And it's £600.
100%. There's a Lugia in one of the Neo sets, which is up there too. But yeah, definitely like in terms of alt arts, and yeah, I'm very surprised. Yeah. We big up Daddy Tags, says my wife. Alan confirms, yes, babes.
We'll never beat the rumors on. We'll never beat them.
I also did actually. You know what? We're going to talk about someone. We're going to call them out because he did tell me a story, and I think it's only fair to call him out on this. We're going to call out Conrad Cards, who has been on the podcast, who I've met in person and ripped packs with, told me that up until a couple of weeks ago, did not think my name was Dean.
When did he tell you this?
Oh, I think it was around the time we initially announced that you were coming on.
Okay, because there was a funny story where he tried to tell us in like a Discord chat. He was like, "I don't think his real name's Dean."
That's what he was
And then
telling
he
me about, yeah.
He made up some story where it was like, "Look, he's saying no because he knows this is going to come out." He was like, he was saying, I can't even remember. It was like you had to use a different name because something like the Dublin Mafia or like Downside Mafia or something. I don't know. Ask him. Next time you see him, ask him. But it was mad. It was like, I think his name is Dino, you know. Like, why are you saying the average age his name?
Oh, Conrad, we love you. You're a good kid. You're a good kid.
His heart's in the right place. You
It
can't.
is. His brain's not, but his heart is. Oh boy. We got a couple of more questions in there.
Yeah.
JB Pokedex. By the way, I've been watching a bit of your content lately and enjoying what you're doing. Is there any cards you've sold and regret? I'm
yes.
gonna put a little asterisk on this, because if you sell it as a vendor, you might be in the mindset, oh, this is what we do, it doesn't matter. So if you can answer from a vendor point of view and then from a PC point of view.
From a vendor point of view, I would say it would just be purely money based then, like what you sold and then pumped
Right.
after.
Yeah.
So I would say the 151 stuff I sold pretty early, like Blastoises and Alakazam selling over £30 and things like that in the pumped. But that's, you don't really worry, but that's like the game's the game kind of thing, you know.
Sure.
That's not real regret. Real regret is when the PC gets involved and you trade something out. And it is a good deal, because the one I'm talking about is that Ace 10 Gengar from Mystery of the Fossils, the Japanese set.
Right.
Obviously I'm a Gengar and a Charizard guy, so having like one of the first Gengar arts in an Ace 10 from 1997 was like, it's a bit of a grail piece. But it was traded with Jay, a close friend from Bendon, and the community up here. It was traded to him, and I know it's went to the right place, so I missed the card, but it went to the right place, you know, so I can't be mad. And it also pumped in value straight away after giving it to him. It went from like £1,600 to
A little regret.
2.5.
A little
3.
regret.
Yeah, a little bit of vendor regret there too.
Little regret. That's a good. What is I don't even know if this guy is joking anymore. Danny, your card just seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? He's waiting for you to say, oh, because Jumping Jack Cards vends at my show.
Oh, this Jumping Jack Cards vends at all my shows. I'll give Conrad and I'll give the guys, the Vend at Antrim Card Club, a massive shout out, because I think we discussed this before the show, where the vendors obviously know they're vending the show. So we had like a chat where it was about, okay, Antrim Card Club's in a week or 2 weeks, you know, if you want to do promo for the show, whoever does the best promo gets their table fees refunded, which I thought was a stroke of genius. It just literally came up with it at the time. And then that unleashed something inside Conrad, and Psychic Pulls Connor as well. I don't know if you've seen his video, but there's Whooper as well does a pretty good wrestling promo style video, so I don't know if you've seen them as well. But the guys just went absolutely nuts, so including Alan and everybody, all the vendors, like the promo for the show was being insane. So Alan, to answer your question, that's why I'm so popular. It's all you guys promoting the show so hard.
I've seen Conrad specifically, and I was like, what is this guy doing?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Extra points for Lord of the Rings team.
Pokekai, I see you asking favorite Pokemon. I think you already answered that. Conrad, when I see a Conrad question, it's just nonsense. I just move on. Ooh, I don't know if you want to. Dan, if you had to pick one vendor from the Antrim Card Club to open a brick and mortar with, who would it be, and why is it Alan?
It's going to say that sounds like an Alan question. Is that from Alan?
Unless Thomas is sitting beside Alan right now. Would a brick and mortar even cross your mind?
You'd be lying if you said it didn't. I think brick and mortar is a bit of a pipe dream at the minute. I think you need to have like a successful online presence, and you need to be churning out online sales. I think, from a fresh point of view, if you're trying to come into this market where brick and mortar prices are just through the roof for rent and stuff, big financial commitments, a lot of pressure. So I think you need to have a really good online store that's churning out good sales for at least a year before you even consider going into brick and mortar. But yes, it would be Alan, would be the person that I would. And that's not even a joke. It probably would be Alan.
Do you know what? It's actually, because I remember I've been watching Alan's stuff since he started, and I do remember him mentioning from early days how the long-term dream would be a brick and mortar. So
yeah,
I know he is someone. I don't know if he still has that dream, but I do remember him mentioning it early at the start. So I think it. Sorry, I just saw Alan come in back to the name thing, saying his real name is Crack. Oh boy. I know they're just getting a bit crazy with their questions to each other, and they're wild. Anybody got any more actual questions for Danny? Or are the lads just going to go?
Sorry, David, I brought this.
No, I love it. Listen, the chat are as big a part of the podcast as us on it. So, no, I love the chat. Listen, a lot of people are going to be watching this, getting a good laugh from the chat. So, they're wild in there. I don't see any other direct questions to Danny. I do actually have one more question for you.
Yes.
Because we've spoken a lot about attending shows and pricing and all that good stuff, but one thing you mentioned at the start is the kids that go to the show, go to the club, they're there monthly. For any younger kid that has been watching or watches this podcast, or if someone's watching and you show this to your kids at a later point, what kind of tips can you give to the younger attendees that are going and looking to pick up their grails or looking to do trades or things like that? Is there anything you see that you think would improve their experience or help them get the best out of one of the shows?
I think something to help kids to get the best out of like trading in terms of what cards they actually have, and probably protecting the cards that they have. I think a big thing that misses out, I don't know where the transition happens, but binder etiquette in terms of keeping your cards in the best condition possible. I feel like there's a little bit of instruction could go a long way in terms of kids bringing their cards, because obviously kids are kids play with cards, that's what they're made for, they're made to be trading cards. But in terms of the kids trading in and stuff, like make sure you sleeve your cards, try and keep them as best condition as possible, have your binders, cards in sleeves and binders and stuff, basically trying to maximize the value that you have for your cards. Because it is, as a vendor, now this isn't me saying it's annoying as a vendor, because it's not. It's actually upsetting to tell a child you don't want to take a card because it's so destroyed or whatever. And it might be a great card, it might be like a really nice illustration rare that when you turn it around, it literally barely is navy anymore at the back. There's that much whitening on it. I would say for kids it would be, in terms of like cards, definitely like sleeves, keep your cards clean as much as possible, just to maximize what you can get for your personal collection, because it is your personal collection. You want to keep it as clean as possible. And in terms of just attending shows, especially Antrim Card Club, I know all the vendors that personally vend at the show and that I would choose to vend at the show, are all very interpersonal people. So if you're coming to an Antrim Car Club, you can talk to any of the vendors. You know, if you're unsure about anything, any of the vendors will take you through, show you what prices and why you're getting the price for something. So if you're ever going to do your first trade, or you're nervous about your first trade, come to Antrim Car Club and talk to any of the vendors. Go talk to Alan, talk to me, any of them. You know, you'll get a really good experience and you'll get a really fair offer. I think that's probably another really important part, is choosing who's vending at your club.
Yeah.
You know, because you get a lot of applications, and it's good to filter them as well and have a good background check of people that's coming in. I can personally vouch for all the guys that vend at the club, so I'm safe knowing that I can say that. You know.
You know, that's not even just for kids, but even because a lot of new people are joining the hobby over the last while. So even just people that are kind of relatively new, that's all, you know, top advice. And yeah, definitely, I think talking to the vendors is one of your best resources when you're at a show, in terms of whether it's advice on pricing or value or taking care of your stuff. I think that's always great advice. Appreciate that, Danny. Guys, we might wrap it up. We're just over 2 hours. Danny, I do thank you for your time.
Not a bother. I see Alana has put a comment in there. My wife, she's up watching.
Is that?
She's telling me to bring a bottle up when I finish. So
is that a Brad in the chat?
Hey Brad, yes.
I was like, who's this? This is a fun person. Hello, Alana, again. So what have you been told to do? Bring some wine up. Yeah, the wine.
And then obviously of wine.
the wine can be drank now, so I'm assuming it's makeup time. No, genuinely, Danny, you're getting ready for a show tomorrow. You have a newborn. I'm sure you have other stuff going on as well. So I do appreciate you taking the time out.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
No, pleasure's all mine. Thank you to everyone that was in the chat for your comments and questions, whether they're appropriate or not. They're all appreciated. Thanks to the Danny crowd that came in. We do have Ron Collects there saying sorry for jumping off and thanks for coming on. Daddy Tag, I love that now.
Daddy Tag, so that's gonna stick, isn't it? Can I just do one wee shout out?
Please do.
So tomorrow we are up in Maiden City Card Show, which is up in Derry in St. Column's Hall. So it's tomorrow in Derry, 12 o'clock to 5 p.m. Run by Conor Kincaid, a great lad and my co-vendor at my table. He is organising an event tomorrow where there's 500 plus people going to it and loads of great vendors, including me. So get up to Derry tomorrow.
Get up to Derry tomorrow. I'm so upset I can't go. I'm so upset I can't go. Keen, thank you for the gifted memberships. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Guys, if you are anywhere near or can get to the show tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be an absolute belter.
It is going to be a nightmare.
Danny, when is, just one more plug for yourself actually, when is the next Antrim Car Club?
So June 13th is the next Antrim Car Club. That is Saturday and it runs at 11 to 3. So tickets are live on Eventbrite. You can get them now. And yeah, it's going to be an absolute vibe. It is again going to be the biggest club that we have ever run. Every month seems to be the same. But there's going to be the most vendors that we've ever had. And I'm pretty sure tickets are going to sell out this time. So you want to grab them quick, you can get the link in my Instagram bio.
Perfect. I was just going to ask, is the best place to get information on the show through your Instagram?
Yeah.
Perfect. Guys, shortly after the stream, I'll have links to Danny's Instagram, his TikTok, and the Eventbrite. I'll put it all in the description below. So if you do want to get that stuff, you can jump down into the description. Other than that, guys, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you again, Danny. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Chat. Thank you and love you guys as always.
Thank you, chat.
Danny, if you want to hang on for a quick second after, we'll
lad, no problem.
Quick catch up. All right, guys, have a good night and we'll see you next time. Take